What's going on, guys? What's going on? Happy Saturday. Love and light, guys. Wait for a couple of you guys to come in. Salute to everyone. Salute. Enjoying this beautiful weather, man. Nothing like the island life, you know. Just sucking all of this in. Can't wait to be down here full time, man. Que lo que? Yeah, can't wait to be down here full time, man. Yeah. But I'm gonna give a few minutes for you guys to tap on in, come on in. For those you guys are in, be sure to hit the like, be sure to hit the share, be sure to hit the subscribe. Here at the beach, enjoying this beautiful, amazing view. This is actually one of my favorite beaches. Let me reverse it so y'all can see the beach vibes on a Saturday. It's not as packed as it normally would be, only because kids is back to school. You know, this is September. You know what I mean? But I will say the weather has been amazing. A little rain off and on. Nothing too crazy though. Yeah. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to tap on in with you. A lot of content that I have taken thus far, I'm not gonna upload the content until I return back home. Yeah. So I'll be doing lives sporadically, you know, here and there until it's time for me to head back to the States. But yeah, I just wanted to inform y'all about the whole kitchen situation, man. So I finally found a builder, a cabinet maker. He came out today, did all the measurements, so I have the numbers on the cabinets probably tomorrow. And then one of my homeboys that live out here, he's been living out here for quite some time, man. He came and checked out the crib today. He was actually one of the first people to see it at its raw state, you know, no construction, no nothing. And he was actually one of the ones who's like, yo, when people told me not to build up there, he was one of the ones that said, Jay, you need to build up here, man. You know, and him coming up there and seeing the progress is just like, you know, it made me feel good because I had to really thank him. I'm like, yo, man, thank you for giving me that push, because sometimes, man, people may not see your vision, you know? People may not see the vision that you see, and he's seen it, you know? And now I brought one of my closest friends out here with me. He ended up buying an acre of land up there right along with me, across from me. He done made a move, you know? So, you know, I'm glad I did what I did, you know? Feeling good. And Anaya, what's going on? What's going on? For those of you guys who just tapping in, be sure to hit the like, be sure to hit the share, and subscribe. So, yeah, my boy, he purchased a acre property right across from me. Right across, he purchased the acre property. And now, you know, I think I mentioned this, a couple of times about, you know, the community that I live in. It's the Campo, and it does need some revamping, but all of that takes time, especially when you got, you know, people like us that are moving down there and buying properties and stuff. Now I have full control. My partner and I have full control over, you know, the land that's being sold up there, you know, only because, you know, the owner wants it to be, he only wants to sell to foreigners at this point. You know, yeah, the owner that owns that land up there by me, he only wants to sell to foreigners. He doesn't want to sell to Haitian. I mean, he just has his reasonings. Oh, and I understand it, but we ain't gonna go there. So Suicide Squash, what's going on, bro? Shout out to my man Sosua. Yo, bro, you out here? Let me know, man. If anybody's out here and want to link up, I'm here until next Thursday. So I got some time, but most of my time, I will say, was productive. You know, so now the time is dwindling on down to the point where I'm going to be heading back to the States. And so I'm just in relaxed mode now. I'm in relaxed mode, you know. But yeah, back to the whole cabinet situation. So yeah, I had a guy come out. and do all the measurements with that. So I'll probably have an estimate from him maybe by Monday, no later than Tuesday. And then I got somebody else is coming out. Because I tell you guys, try to get more than one estimate, man. Try to get at least 3. I tried. And one thing I will tell you guys is that, you know, y'all have no idea. Me and my partner was out yesterday. That was our task, trying to find cabinet makers. So we found about 3 or 4. And then they all set up an appointment to meet up with us today. And, you know, being from the States, we accustomed to being on time. If you tell us 9 o'clock, you know, we're going to be there at 9. So make a long story short, my boy, you know, he's Dominican. He told me, he said, listen, I'm going to have to be on them. I'm going to have to call it. So that's what he had to do. We've been up since like 6, 7 o'clock calling these cabinet makers to confirm that they're going to meet up with us today. Out of the 4 that we met yesterday, only 1 showed up. And then everybody else called us after 12, after 1. Nah, we got things that we got to do, you know. So keep that in mind, guys. That will happen. You will encounter, you know, locals who do not, they just don't be on time, you know. You be lucky if they even show up. Because out of the 4, only one showed up, and then another one he called. But by that time, we was just like, nah, we got other things we got to do. I didn't want to spend all my day, you know, out. This is the weekend. I want to relax and enjoy. But yeah, so that's pretty much the situation on that. So I'm waiting on his estimates. I got another guy that called me today. The one that I was telling you guys about, that seen my property before I even started construction. Well, he's been living out here for quite some time. So he just called me actually on my way to the beach, telling me he had somebody that will come out and give me an estimate. So I said, okay. You know, it's always good to have more than one. So I'm going to have him come out and give me an estimate as well. And then at that point, I'll make a decision in terms of who I'm going to use to customize my cabinets. Yeah. What beach you at? I'm at El Pueblito. This is one of my favorite beaches. This beach is a vibe. And to be honest with you guys, a lot of expats live here full time. Let me reverse it so y'all can see where I'm at. Yeah, a lot of expats live here. And behind me, I don't want to be showing the camera, pointing the camera at people, but behind me is where you have all the apartments and stuff like that, and so on and so on. So this is like literally a beach resort without being on a resort, you know? Yeah, because there's a whole lot of Airbnbs in here. Yeah. And I've been coming here I'm talking about since 2016, and it has become more and more popular over the years. And now a lot of people are investing in these Airbnbs here, only because it's a good investment. Honestly, I would have invested buying an apartment in here, and I wanted to with my cousin, but at the time I was just starting the construction on my crib. So, but now majority of these apartments are already bought up. A lot of them were old structures that they pretty much refurbished. So yeah, this is pretty much El Pueblito. Got a few restaurants. I mean, you don't really have to leave this place if you don't want to. You know, you have the beach, you got restaurants, you got the Camaro, which is the bodega store. Yeah, you have all that on ground, so you don't really have to leave this place if you don't want to. El Pueblito, guys. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna have the other cabinet guy. How you spell it? It's E-L. It's called the little place, Pueblito. Pueblito. El Pueblito. It's if you're familiar, if you're coming like from Puerto Plata, going towards Sosua, it's past the Caviar. It's past the Caviar. It's in the cut. If you drive too fast, you're gonna miss the entrance. Even a lot of locals don't know about this place, to be honest with you. Yeah, a lot of locals don't even know about this place. But yeah, so like I was saying, I got the other cabinet guy coming out on Tuesday. So that's 2 estimates. So depending on who's gonna it really depends on who does the best work. You know, quality is always over quantity for me, you know? So whoever does the best work and, you know, is gonna give me a good price, that's the person that I'm pretty much gonna go with. Yeah. So I'll know Once I get the estimates, man, I'll drop y'all the estimate prices so y'all, y'all know, and the size of my kitchen and all that. I have, all of that, the size of the kitchen and how much it's gonna cost me to have this kitchen done. And the kitchen will be done by October, by the beginning of October. I actually have the money by the end of this month, and I'm gonna try to make it down here just for a couple of days, just so that I can see the kitchen. That was my primary reason for coming down here, really, to see the progress of the house, get the measurements on the kitchen, finding a cabinet maker, and customizing the kitchen to my liking, and really just enjoying the duration of my stay. Yeah. So that's pretty much what it is. Trying to think of anything else that I want to say. And yeah, well, I did showcase some properties. All that stuff will be uploaded up on the channel. Some people who are looking to make some investments. I got a house for sale with 6 offices on top. Great price. I mean, great price, man. You can turn that into an offices, or even a rooming house. Charge, yeah, or hostel. Yeah. So I have that. I got some houses. I got some land. So yeah, y'all stay tuned for all of that. I'll DM you about moves. R Pool. I appreciate you, R Pool. Appreciate you for the $10, man. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. So, and if any of you are you transitioning into a man or funny as fuck. John, you're funny, bro. You're funny. Am I transitioning to a man? Do you see this whole beard? Fuck, I look like a man. I mean, you crazy, John. But yeah. So I mean, just being out now that I'm out here, guys, I'm just like I can't wait to get back. I really want to spend like 3 months out here and just, and that's pretty much my plan now. I think next year I'm gonna focus on, taking a leave of absence from my job and just coming out here and relaxing and just taking a breather. I think I deserve that. I deserve it. I done worked hard. 2 years and 6 months. 2 years and 6 months, man. I started this project, and and I tell people, man, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Hard work, dedication, motivation, a lot of sacrificing will definitely get you there. And I am the way, and I'm the proof to it. There's times I have questioned my own self, like, damn, can you really do this? Can you really do it? And once I say it time and time again, like, yo, once you see your reality come to life, it's gonna motivate you. It's gonna push you. And sometimes you gotta, like cut people off in order to get to where you want to be, especially if they're not contributing to your success and your happiness, man. Like, yeah, there's a lot of people I had to let go. Seen some very positive news about the upcoming bills in the POP area. Yo, y'all have no idea. And, for those of you guys who are looking to invest in DR, I'm telling y'all now, the time is now. Only because, yo, I'm going to be, and y'all are going to see, I got somebody from New York who was actually Dominican. He reached out to me, and he's from the Campo. I mean, this place he sent me is in Puerto Plata. It's in a place called Guzmancito. But deep, you don't realize, for those of you guys who know about Guzmancito, you don't really know how big Guzmancito is until you go deep in the Campo. And, ocean front, ocean view, nice. But this man wanted $110 per square meter. And I'm talking about, you access Guzmancito from Maimon. Okay, so from the center city of Puerto Plata to get directly to that land, we're talking about an hour and maybe 10, 15 minutes, only because the roads are kind of, so I'm just like, people are really trying, these locals out here, guys, are really trying to capitalize, and they don't give a damn how far their land is and how deep it is. They are charging like astronomical prices, and when he told me the price, I'm thinking, okay, maybe, $40, $50, $60 the most. This man told me $110. Mind you, we got land here in Puerto Plata, right up in San Marcos for $90 per square meter. And I'm just like, ain't nobody buying nothing up there. But, you just never know, because along the way going, I was even shocked to see some American-style homes built up in that Campo. And I'm like, damn, people, you'd be surprised where people want to live. And this is why I don't leave nothing out when it comes to land. I don't give a shit how far it is, because it might be that one person who is looking for that. You know what I mean? And this is one of the reasons why I try to spread myself out, and really, find land reasonable. But at this point, guys, I mean, reasonable land is coming far in between now. And I've been doing this for almost 3 years, So I will tell you guys, for those of you who are looking to make investments in Dominican Republic, if you're a middle class brother like me, them $50 and $60 prices are far in between and long gone, unless the land is untitled, but it's land is being bought up left and right out here. You got a lot of new constructions going on right along the Malecon, a lot, and prices are just, So for me, I said to this is just for me. Even though, now that my boy done bought an acre right across from me, there goes the start of gentrification. I had another viewer that was supposed to buy, but, one thing about, and this is another thing, guys, I'm probably jumping all over the place, but I find that Dominican people get very frustrated with us Americans and foreigners because, our mentality is we might like something today and tomorrow we might not like it. That's just the American way. This is just how it operates, and I get it, but a lot of the locals don't. They don't get it. So, with that being said, a lot of the locals don't like wasting their time, only because, we as Americans have to keep this in mind, Even if you're not interested in the property or whatever the case may be, still throw them a little something for their time, only because it's not like the States. Y'all got to keep in mind, these people are using their own gas money, their own time, their own, price of gas out here is crazy. So for them to go out their way to take you to show a viewing or whatever, it's not like the States where these real estate agents and brokers are getting tax write-offs at the end of the year. They don't get that. You know what I mean? So if you don't buy, you just don't buy. So I just want to put that out there. If you want somebody to take you out, just throw the local, money for their time. I'm not saying a whole lot, but 1,000 pesos goes a long way, guys. Just saying. I'm gonna read some of these comments. Have you seen what looks like large-scale construction in Playa Bergantin area? I'm not really familiar with the Playa Bergantin area. Not really familiar with it. Invest in Panama is always better and has a better infrastructure. And you know what? I tell people that all the time, man. You might have to start looking at other places only because, the prices in DR is just going up. Prices are astronomical, man, and I'm glad that I started when I did. But I will tell y'all, for those of you guys who are still looking, there's still hope for those who still want to invest. Up there where I'm at, the property is $45 per square meter. You're not gonna get no cheaper than that. At this point, that's all I got, for that, Anything else, I'm talking, and y'all will see once I put the videos out. $90, $150, $110, $115 per square meter is what's being sold out here, So just keep that in mind, y'all. Prices is crazy, yeah. So my plan is, once I'm finished with my construction, and there's a lot that I still have to do up there in the campo in terms of, getting the road and stuff. But all that shit takes time, man. Like I tell people, Rome ain't built overnight. For a person, for me, like where I'm at, I started 2 years and 6 months ago. I think I'm doing damn good. So, guys, I got the numbers on the second level. See, I'm gonna tell y'all, and just know, because I'm doing it, so I can tell you, building a single level home and making room for space for another level is cheaper than doing it all at one time. I'm gonna tell you that, because once I got the numbers on just the wall, and the wall, to do the whole wall for the second level, I was just like, I was really expecting to pay that. And I'm not going to disclose that on this live. Y'all going to have to check out the last live I did if y'all want to know the numbers on the price of the second level of the crib. Yeah. What is the average price for an acre in your neighborhood? In my neighborhood, guys, right now, the owner has a shitload of property, but he's only selling 1 acre. He's only selling 1 acre at a time. So for 1 acre, you're basically spending like $25,000 for 1 acre up there. Yeah, 1 acre gets you $25,000 for 1 acre. and that's about $45, a little over 25, like 25 and change for 1 acre. And 1 acre is 628 square meters, which is like in Dominican one today. RA, who did the checks on ownership of the land before you bought it? My lawyer. My lawyer did all of that. Once I bought the land, once you buy the land, you get not a title, but you get a certification of sale, which basically states that, you bought the land from the owner. And then at that point, you take it, you can hire a lawyer to check to see if in which I always highly advise, it does cost you a little extra, but it saves you a long-term headache, to make sure that the owner has the title and the deslinde is in that owner's name. And then once all that is done, then at that point, your lawyer will take the title, the certificate of sale, and then go ahead and process the title and deslinde in your name, which could take up to a year. I tell people 6 months to a year, but that's pretty much how the process goes. Did you buy the best spot in your area? No, I didn't buy the best spot, but I'm happy with what I got. Because you know what, RA? I'm very transparent about it. Back then in 2016, I bought my land for $1,200. I bought 300 square meters for 60,000 pesos, which is $1,200. So, and I didn't know, to be honest with you, where my boy bought his acre, I didn't have connections with the owner of that. Now I do. But I guarantee you this, if I knew who he was then, I would have bought up top, because that over there on that side has a better view than I do. But I still got a nice view. Once I build up on the second level, I walk out on my balcony, man, I got a $1 million view. So, yeah, but on the other side has a better view. It has a better view. And that space over there, for somebody that if they wanted to buy it all, it was like 1,100 square meters, but my boy bought 628. He bought an acre of it, so it's only about a little over 500 square meters left from that view of where he bought, which is really, really nice. Once we, because we already talking about what we're gonna do and how we're gonna do it. I didn't really want a whole bunch of people living up there with me anyway. I said maybe 5 or 6 brothers. We build a nice oasis, block it off, and then now we got our own little spot. And what I planned on doing, because I mentioned to you guys before, the land next to me, I'm gonna use that and build a little bungalow or Airbnb. That way I have a little passive income coming in. But there's so many different things that you can do to do a construction if you don't want to go the whole concrete route. Y'all keep that in mind. I mean, it all depends on where you build too. If you're building up in the mountains, I wouldn't advise building with wood, because the termites will eat that shit up. But if you're building somewhere where it's not termites, you could probably go to the wood route. Y'all can actually check out one of the homes that one of my associates I just showed the kind of home that can be built in Dominican Republic, and you can check that video out. I put that video out maybe like last year or a year and a half or something like that. But she used the Dominican wood, and it's made out of nothing but Dominican wood. But she did an amazing job doing it. So if you got the money and you got the idea and the brains to do it, you can do whatever it is you want to do here, because it's not like the States. There's no codes and shit like that. Of course you got to get building permits, but in terms of like codes, there ain't none. Thank you. Appreciate the info. No problem. Straight Python. Be sure to, for those of you guys that are in, be sure to hit the like, the share, and subscribe, guys. And for those of y'all don't know where the like, share, and subscribe is, it's the 3 dots on the top right corner. Yeah, just hit the like. What area are you building in? My area it's in a compo right across the street from the lifestyle resorts. Yeah, they right across the street from the lifestyle resorts. So if any of y'all familiar, and that's another thing. Like, that area is a prime area only because, like, let's just say for instance, you got folks that are coming into town, and you don't got space to house everybody. Well, the lifestyles is like, and that's for me. Like, if I decide to throw a big party at my spot, I could tell my friends and family, have them book a spot at the lifestyle resort and come across and come and party out with me. You know what I mean? Because it's right across the street, you know? So it's a great location. And then also, I can fly in from Santiago or Puerto Plata because I'm in between Santiago and Puerto Plata. I'm 45 minutes either way I go. You know what I mean? So for me, it's a great location, and honestly, it's cheaper to fly into Santiago than it is to Puerto Plata. If you want to be honest. What did you get title insurance? You just get a title. You just get a title. But if I wanted to do the whole insure, I'm going to insure my home. Eventually, I'm going to insure it once I get everything done. And I don't want to go. I'm not trying to tap into that right now, only because I want to get the house done first. Before the government come around and find out, and then they hit me with taxes. You know what I mean? So, and that's I spoke about that before. If you're building in a non-zoning area, you can get away with building without having to pay taxes before the government comes and finds out. My house is up in the mountains on a hill, so they would have to, they'd have to go up in there to see, so my house will be built before that even happens, you know what I mean? So that's the advantage that I have over people that are building in like zoning areas that want to be near the hot spots and stuff. Yeah. Punta Cana, Boca Chica. Nah, no, I'm in Puerto Plata, Jazz Life. I'm in Puerto Plata. I'm by, I don't know if you're familiar with Maymon, Confresi, Ocean World. I'm by that side. I'm over by that side. Yeah. For those of you guys that just tapping in, man, be sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe. But yeah, guys, I just, I really want to see y'all win, just like me. And I'm the model to it. My boy, he's from Jamaica, man. He came out here and seen what I'm doing up there. And he was like, yo, I want in, Jay. I want in. Let's make it happen, And just to have him there with me, I want everybody to win. You know what I'm saying? It's lonely at the top, guys. It's lonely at the top, But if this is something that y'all really want to do, you can't keep just sitting there and thinking that prices is going to go down. Y'all got to make moves now. Whether you borrowing off your 401k and pensions and taking out a loan, however you got to do it to make it happen, just secure the land first. I tell y'all that all the time. Secure the land first. Because once you got the land, if it takes you 6, 7 years, 8 years to build a fucking house, hey, it take you that long. But if you like me and you're late, your mid 40s, you got time. Especially for those of you guys who are in your 40s like me. I'm 45. I mean 44. Damn, I'm Russian. I'm 44. So those of you guys who are in your late, mid 40s, by the time, if you do it and start now, by the time you 50, 60, you done got a nice oasis for yourself, Get title insurance because they can resell your property to someone else. Thank you for that, John. I appreciate that. Y'all heard what John said, right? For those of you guys who are building, make sure y'all get title insurance. Yeah. I appreciate that info, bro. Because there's a lot of things that I don't know. I'm not one that pretend like I know every fucking thing because I don't. You know what I mean? Yeah. We were just in Boca Chica looking. Jazz Life, how did that look? How does that Boca Chica? How the prices out there, man? How are they? I'm curious because I've been to Boca Chica like twice, and I didn't really like it. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know why? I mean the beach itself is beautiful. I love that. I love the beach, but all the haggling and shit that goes along, it's just it could really like make you. Who the hell wants to live in a place where they're being haggled every day? This is one of the reasons why Sosua wasn't an option for me to live, because I didn't want to live in a place where I'm being treated as a gringo. Well, I am a gringo, but y'all know what I'm saying. Like, you just want to go to the beach and chill without people bothering you, coming up to you. Nah. So, and that a lot of that goes on down there in Sosua and, the touristy places, you know what I'm saying? So where I'm at, I'm up in the mountains, but if I want to get in the mix, It only take me about I'm 15 minutes from driving 15 minutes from the center city of Puerto Plata. 15-minute drive from the mix, Miami bar. That's like one of the popular bars that everybody know about here in Puerto Plata. Not much attractive land spots in Boca Chica. Yeah, I kind of figured that because a lot of shit is all bought up out there already. And that's what's happening out here, man. That, like all the zoning areas is pretty much bought up, and anything that is left, they want top dollar for it. Prices that you and I be like, yo, I can't afford that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And if you looking to make some passive income for yourself, because that's the idea. Like for those of you guys who are building, because that might be my next move. I know I mentioned to y'all in my lives previous before I got down here that I was gonna look into buying an apartment, but at this point, guys, I'd rather rent one out yearly and Airbnb the shit while I'm not here. Especially if you got somebody to manage it for you. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it. You get an apartment, you one of those people that come out here 3, 4, 5, 6 times a year. It's better you buy an apartment rather than renting for 2 weeks, because of the price that you pay to rent for 2 weeks, especially if you're traveling out here 5, 6 times a year. There goes your yearly rent for your apartment. And my boy is doing it. My boy is doing it in Thailand. Shout out to Brooklyn Nomad. He rented an apartment in Thailand for $200, and once he left, as soon as he checked out, left to go to the Philippines, people were paying to stay at his Airbnb, and now when he's not there, it's paying for itself. So it's like you got a free apartment. That's how you look at it. Yeah, you even if you making, the idea is having something that you ain't got to pay for. That's the idea, Maymon is the best spot for fish, seafood in the POP province. I love Maymon, man. I do. Country people, like you said, all the locals go there for seafood. All the locals go there for seafood, And there's a lot of property being sold up there in Maymon. Because now, like I said, all the zoning areas is getting overpopulated, and that's what's happening. So now they got to start building out in the campos, and they're going to be building villas out there, and people are going to be moving out in the campos, So the same shit is going to happen out in the campos. So I tell people, don't leave the campos out, man. Campos up in San Marcos, y'all already know. I showcased those properties about 8, 9, almost a year ago. And those prices done shot up to 60 to damn near 110, where the high points, where the better views are, you're going to pay more. 110, 90. And then we're talking about San Marcos, guys. Yeah. So I see the change of how things are going here, They trying to make DR like a place for the rich. We ain't gonna be able to afford to live. Well, a lot of us aren't. Yeah. But when I do this bungalow, man, the idea that I have for that, because the idea, man, is to now that I know what I know when it comes to construction and how to maneuver, I kind of know how I'm gonna save money on my next construction. You see what I'm saying? And I'm basing it off of the Airbnb I'm staying now, because they didn't really do a floor foundation. They did columns and then built off that. And it's cheaper to do it that way. So that's probably the route that I'm going to go when I do my next home, because I need to have passive income. You know what I mean? So I told y'all, yo, I give myself 2 years. Nah, I still need to work a couple of more, maybe 4 more years, 5 more years, so that I can, build this little bungalow next to me. And that way, when I'm ready, I got a passive income. Even if I want to sell it, I'm sitting on some money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the idea, man. Capitalize it out here while you can. And I tell guys, even if y'all finding it that prices are getting getting high, they're only gonna go up. They're only gonna continue to go high, get higher. So with that being said, if you're finding something in the $80 and $70 range, jump on it, because that 80 is gonna turn into 60. 160, 150. You know what I mean? And then you can go ahead and resell it after 6 or 7 months. And I tell people that all the time. You see a faster return in Dominican Republic than in the United States. This is why I highly advise people to invest, here than in the U.S. Man. You see a return quick as hell. One of my boys bought a villa in Punta Cana during the pandemic. $100,000 villa. That shit is worth like $240 now. After 4 years, So this is just an idea. Like, this just goes to show you, man, like how prices jump so fast here. And a lot of y'all thinking that, they trying to get over. No, it's an unregulated market. It's not like the States. A lot of us have the States mentalities. It's different from here. Very different. And I can't stress it enough about, today's prices is not tomorrow's prices in DR. They could jump high, and if the owner decided they want to, drop the price, they have that leverage to do it. And there's no regulations and nobody to stop them from doing it. That's why I tell people, if you looking to buy, if you listening to the information that I'm putting out there, it could really help you. And I had one viewer made a comment. He's like, "Yo, Jay, thank you, man. You saved me a lot of money." And I think, where was he, in Las Terrenas or something? Out there in Salmonal, Las Terrenas. He said that I saved him a lot of money. Yeah. Because if there's a house that's priced for $400,000, and you know damn well that, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, a lot of these properties out here overpriced, and this is why DR is going, the price of real estate is going to. I can foresee it being a recession when it comes to that here, because they overpricing everything out here, man. And this is why a lot of us is just like, fuck it, I might as well just buy in the States. I might as well just buy in the States. And I see it, because before people were buying land left and right, but now I'm starting to see it slowing down, and only because they're and the thing about it is, why they don't care? It's because there's people out there that don't know no better that will buy. You see, there's just one community that my partner and I was advertising land for. We just went back in that community today, 8 months later. That almost all them houses are bought. And these houses were going for $270, $280. You know what I mean? They were all bought up. So there are people that will buy. And I tell you that, it's another thing I say. What you won't buy, somebody else will buy. And it's unfortunate that somebody else are the reason why prices are going up. Because they don't give a fuck. They're like, you know what? If they like, you got people that got money, I like it. I don't give a shit how much it costs. I'm going to buy it. Yeah. But do know that, you can negotiate. Anything is negotiable here, guys. In terms of buying houses. Like houses already built. You want to buy a house already built here? Anything is negotiable in terms of that. Land, on the other hand, nah, not really. Especially when they got a whole lot of it and people are buying into it. Your money is pennies to these owners. They don't give a shit, Especially when they know people are buying in. Yeah, they don't care. The market is slowly pricing the bargain shopper out. Same thing, and to a much larger extent in the U.S. Yeah. This is why a lot of us, started coming out here for that reason. And I'm one of them. I was gonna buy a home out in Long Island. I'm from New York. For those who don't know, I was gonna buy a home out in the suburbs. And at 40 at the time, I was because that was back in 2020. Now I was I was 40. Whenever the pandemic hit, 40, 42, whatever. But anyway, I'm like, yo, do I really want to take on a 30-year mortgage at that age? And then my mortgage would have been about $3,500 a month. I live in Brooklyn. The house is all the way out in the fucking suburbs. I'm talking about for me to commute to work every day, because I can't afford, and it's a shame. You know, you make six figures a year. You can't even afford to buy anything where you work. You know, it's bad. Forcing me to buy something an hour and 15 minutes without traffic. You know, I was forced to do that, and then also have to rent part of it to a tenant because it was a two-family house. I didn't want to go through that headache of having to depend on somebody to pay my mortgage, and if they don't pay, I end up losing my fucking house. You know, so I had, and mind you, I had already about to go through the closing and everything. Thank God I got into an accident that caused me to get my money back. So once that shit happened, guys, I was like, you know what? I got my land out in the yard. Let me use that money to get started out there. And that's just pretty much what I did. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. And I don't regret it at all. I don't. Because at the end of the day, this is mine. And you know, my boy told me, he said, Jay, he said, let's just say, you know, you lost your job tomorrow in the States. What's the worst that could happen to you? You get unemployment, you got a house in Dominican Republic, bye-bye, United States. And I'm just like, you know what? You ain't lying, bro. I never really thought of it like that. I ain't never thought of it like that, you know? Because once you got your house, the only thing you're paying for is utilities. And I just got my light bill, you know, because I need the lights for them to do whatever they need to do, even though they're off right now. But the bill was like, and I'm talking about, when did they turn the lights on? Maybe 3 months ago, 2-3 months ago. Guys, my bill was like $32. $32. You know, so the you know, when you're living on a fixed income and you already have a home here, you're gonna save money, especially if you're not the type that needs to be out in the street. I'm not one of those, you know. I like to handle all my shit during the day, and you know, by 6-7 o'clock, I want to be home. You know, the sun out here is a killer. So by the time 6, 7, 8 o'clock come, I want to be in my home chilling. You know what I'm saying? And weekends, you know, you go out and lime and, you know, get in the mix or whatever. But yeah, that's the lifestyle. That's my lifestyle here now. You know, when I'm here, I get up early. Me and my partner, we go to the gym. After we go to the gym, we handle our business. We start, you know, looking for land and, you know, linking up with our associates and, you know, so, and then by the time 3, 4, 5 o'clock hit, we ready to go home. We exhausted from being out in the sun all fucking day. You know, so yeah. But you can definitely save a lot of money out here if you have a home and you're on a fixed income, you know? Let me see. Can you pan the camera around to show the beach? I got you, bro. For those of you guys that just tuning in, this is the beach. I gotta get me another beer too. My beer was good. Yeah, this is the beach, guys. And they done built this up over time. It wasn't a... Oh, ¿cómo está, mi amigo? Tiene cerveza bohemia. Yeah, Okay, está bien. Gracias. Yeah, so this is the beach, guys. Yeah. Like I said, not as packed, like I said, because it's September. Kids is back to school, but all the people from, you know, the resorts, Royal Caribbean, and Carnival cruise ships, they bring them here. And this is a way for a lot of, you know, vendors and stuff to make their money and stuff. But like I said, I've been coming here since 2016. This is the most, it has gotten popular over time. It's gotten popular over time. RA240V for electricity. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I wouldn't have it no other way. All of the electricity, piping, all of that stuff is American standard. Wiring, all of my shit is American wiring. Yeah. And you know what I noticed, guys? For those of you guys, just keep this in mind too. Make sure, for those who are building in here in Dominican Republic, you need to let your builder know, your maestro know, that you want 4-inch pipes for your plumbing, okay? There's no reason why you shouldn't have 4-inch pipes. The beautiful Airbnb I'm staying in, beautiful Airbnb. The lady, she's got a sign over the bathroom toilet, please do not flush tissue down the toilet. Like, are you serious? Get okay, hermano. Hey, Bohemia. No Presidente, Bohemia. I'm gonna show y'all the Bohemia. My boy put me on. Presidente is good, but this beer gets you where you need to be. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, she's got a sign: don't flush the toilet tissue down the toilet. And I'm just like, you done built this beautiful home, and people can't flush tissue down the toilet. Nah, my house got 4-inch pipes, so you can flush tissue down the toilet as much as you want with no problem. So I just wanted to make you guys aware that you building a home, you need to let your builder know you need 4-inch pipes in your for the plumbing. Yeah, anything less than that, it's gonna clog your pipes, and you're gonna constantly have plumbing issues and have to plunge your toilet every time you flushing tissue and shit down the toilet. Who wants to go through that? Yeah, and I noticed that they do that a lot. They do that a lot. And see, this is what happens when you are an American, a gringo, foreigner, whatever you want to call it, that are hiring these contractors, because let's just face it, guys, they're in it to make money. You see what I'm saying? I said it before. You know, I created my own team. I built my own team. So, you know, it's different in my situation. I got ceramic tiles left over from my bathrooms. I got pipes left over. I got rebarb left over. Do you think you guys will have all that shit left over if you're dealing with a contracting company? They're taking it all. They're taking it all for the next build, okay? So I got materials and stuff left over, you know? So, and I tell people that all the time. Make sure that you have extra ceramics and stuff like that, so if in case something cracks, let's just say your bathroom is ceramic out, and you've been in your house for 7 years. You think you're gonna find the same tiles 7 years later? You better buy some extra ceramics to have on deck, just in case you have a situation like that. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. The Nobody 92. How do the locals survive there with all the inflation going on out there? You know, that's a good question. I need to interview me a local and ask. You know what? That's a good question, bro. And I think I'm gonna have Shamo on and talk about that, because he's a local, and he keeps himself really very updated with all the political shit that's going on in Puerto Plata. So I may just have him on and do an interview and just talk about Puerto Plata and the changes and stuff that's going on out here, man. Yeah, but good question. Do you have dual citizenship in DR? The reason I ask, because you bought a house there. No, I don't have dual citizenship yet, but now that I have a house here, it's not an issue for me to have dual citizenship, and that's something that I do plan on doing in the future, you know. But you don't need to have it. It's not a necessity if you want to invest your money in Dominican Republic in terms of buying a house. It's not required to have dual citizenship. But if you're somebody that plans on living out here, you know, full time, and you know you don't foresee yourself going back to the United States, then you might want to do that. You know, you might want to do that. Yeah. I got 18 of y'all in this live. I'm gonna need y'all to hit the like, share, and subscribe, guys. 18 of y'all. If y'all don't know where it's at, it's the 3 dots on the top right corner. Just hit that like. Hit that like. Then we wonder why there are choppy doors and locals trying to hike up prices on gringos. I guess it's nothing personal, and they are just trying to survive. It is. You know what, guys? I don't take it personal. You know, and if you sit. Okay, yo toma. Pero dame do. Yeah. Yeah, what you were saying, Nobody 92, yeah. My thing is this. If I sat and questioned whether or not I was getting over, you know, have I been gotten, you know, during the whole, I can't listen. As long as every dollar that I send and I see where it's being spent, is the work is getting done, I don't give a shit. You know, and no should you guys, you know. You need to keep that in mind. That it's just the Dominican way. It's just the Dominican way, you know. People, you tell a local, oh, I need an electrician. You know anybody? They're gonna say, yeah, I do. I know somebody. I know somebody. They're gonna find that electrician. They're gonna tell electrician, you need to give me something for they want to cut out of that. So now what happens is the electrician goes up on a price only so that they can cover what that person is asking for. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, this is how it works. But can you be mad? I don't get mad. I don't get mad. I just, as long as my house is done and I can see where my money is being spent, I can care less who's making what behind closed doors. Because at the end of the day, guys, we still winning, in terms of, the price, that we're paying. We're still paying less than what we pay in the States. So what's the extra couple of dollars, man? Really, what's the extra couple of dollars? Are you planning on buying a house in a different country? If so, where? Yes, I do. I don't plan on buying another house, guys. I plan on building another house. Gracias, hermano. Salud. So, guys, this is the. I'm gonna get back to you on that. That is the finder's fee. Exactly, Straight Python. You know what's up, bro. You know exactly what's up. Yeah, it's a finder's fee. And this is the Bohemia, bro. You guys, all my years of coming to DR, this is the first time I have tried, this beer this time around, and this shit is stronger than Presidente and cheaper too. I'm just saying. For those who've been to Brazil, I ain't been to Brazil yet, but I this is a Brazilian beer, but man, it's good, good. Nice and cold too, guys. But yeah, back to your question, ES. Yeah, I plan on building in the Philippines, and I have my reasons why. But it's cheaper. It's cheap as hell. I put it to you this way: if I wasn't dating the girl that I'm dating now, and I know what I know now, I probably would have built my home in Philippines first, because the price that I done spent to build this, I could have built 3 homes in Philippines, man. You can build a home in Philippines for about 20 grand. Something decent too. Yeah. Never on a daily, what's going on? You still thinking about the Philippines? Yeah, nobody 92. When I go out there and I like what I see and I check out my boy's spot, it's on. It's on. It's on. It's definitely on. It's time for us to get our minds out of the United States, man, because see, the thing about it in the United States, it's a controlling country. They like to control us, in any and every fucking thing that we do. And, you don't start realizing it until you get older and you start making investments and doing, you don't realize it, and this is why, and I'm just going to say it, I'm not prejudiced at all. I'm not. I have white friends too, but I will say when it comes to the white people, man, they know how to they manage to cut corners and maneuver to get around paying taxes and open up LLCs and all that shit, where, we weren't taught these things. You know what I mean? We just wasn't. But, me personally, guys, I have no intentions on making any more investments in the United States. I don't. I'm very transparent about it. Did I go in debt building my house? Yes, I did. I'm fixing my credit now. And once my credit is to where I need to be, if I do plan on making investments, it's going to be, something to where I can see. I'm not buying no cars. I'm done with all that shit. I'm talking about, opening up a business and so I can see a return. That kind of investment. I'm using my credit to do that. Nothing else. Nothing else, guys. Nothing else. Yeah, but it's just, the United States, they have a way to control us. You buy a house in the United States and you decide that you want to sell it. If you don't buy another one, they taxing all that money. So it's just the way. And see, here in DR, let's just say you got a house for $350,000. You sell your house for $350,000, you ain't got to pay taxes on that shit. That money is yours. The United States, they want their hands in everything. That doesn't happen here in the DR. They exactly never on the daily. They know the game. They know the game. They do. They know how to maneuver and get around. You know, cut corners so that they can keep capitalizing. You know, yeah. But it's just the game now in the United States is over. You know, when my moms and pops was living during the 80s, during the 80s and 90s was the time to buy in the United States. Now, you can forget it. I hear that solar panels are good in the DR. They are. They're good and they're cheaper too, guys. Because eventually, you know, that's what I'm gonna need up there in the mountains. You know, I'm using the city electric, but you know, I want to get to that point where I'm self-sustainable. You know, especially living up there, and that's one of the reasons why I'm not doing electric, electric stove. I'm doing gas because if I go out of electric goes out, I still can cook with a gas stove. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Yep. So yeah, the panels are not that expensive here in DR. You can get solar panels anywhere from like $5,000 to $7,000 depending on where you go. You know, what are solar panels for, and is it a necessity? They are for you're using the solar for energy in your house. That's basically what solar panels are for. You're getting solar energy to keep your lights on, to keep your anything that's run by electric. That's what solar panels are for. Yeah. You going to buy an inverter? I'm not sure yet. If I need to in the future, yeah. But guys, there's so much shit. There's so much more I gotta do. I mean, yeah. Even though I got, the house is up, I still gotta, I gotta paint it, and I'm gonna keep it all white because it makes sense to do it like that. Initially, I was gonna, I'm gonna buy paint from the United States and this quality paint. I'm glad listening to the lady that I'm renting an Airbnb from. She said, sweetheart, don't buy no high quality paint because you painting on concrete. After over time, that paint starts chipping on concrete, and I see it. Even like old houses. And y'all know, for those of you guys who stayed at Airbnbs and old air, even these new Airbnbs, you see the cracks. You'll see, the paint chipping. So what's the point of buying high quality paint from the States? And once it starts chipping, you got to go back, have it shipped out. It's a pain in the ass. So it's better to just go all white, and, well, me, I'm going to do white, and then I'll probably do like ceramic, maybe ceramic stones, in the front or whatever. But I really don't want to touch the bottom until I'm done with the top. That way I have a visual and I can say, you know what? I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But are you aware that you cannot own property in the Philippines but can own a condo in a building? Straight Python, I'm very much aware of that. So, I have a girlfriend in the Philippines, and we've been kicking it for a while now. And, yeah, I will be honest with you guys. This woman, I mean, out of all the women that I've dated, I'm talking about foreign women, I should say. All the foreign women that I've dated and been with, like, I just see something. You know when you know. As we know, as men, we know when we know. And with this one, mind you, I haven't met her yet, but she's just different, to say the least. So if all goes well with that, and because at that age, I'm looking to get married, start a family and shit. I got this big house here in DR, So if all goes well with that, straight Python, then that's when I'll make those investments out there. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, even apartments, you can do apartments out there. But yeah, he's right. Python is right. The only way you can, but there's ways around that too. There's ways around that too, Python. Because my boy done put me on to some things. He done put me on to some things out there in the Philippines. So you can maneuver that too. You might not be able to own the land, but if you got a kid and a son, there's a way you can do it, okay? Yeah. And then you can lease land and stuff. So there's ways. There's ways. If you decide that you know what, you don't want to get married, you know? Yeah. When do you plan on meeting her? I'm thinking probably like December. I've been to Asia before. Asia's lit, for those of you guys who do not know. I've been to Asia before, so I'm not new to traveling to Asia. I've been to Japan and I've been to Thailand. So, and the love that we get from, especially in Thailand, I can't say enough about Thailand. You know, I can't say enough. And it's crazy because like all the people that are traveling to Thailand, I went to Thailand back in 2019. You know, so everybody that's promoting Thailand now is like been there, done that. But I haven't been back since, and I can't wait to go back because I just love it out there. It's affordable. It's cheaper than fucking DR, guys. Believe it or not, whether you want to believe it or not, Thailand is cheaper than DR in terms of food, entertainment, the nightlife. Like, you can live like a king out there. Yeah. Anita Polanco, be careful with your heart. Yeah, thank you, Anita Polanco. I appreciate that. I do. And this is why, I'm just chilling, When a foreign woman tells you, why are you rushing? Come on. Because most foreign women, they rush. They like to rush. They deep sea dive. They just dive right in. And they don't care what the aftermath is going to bring. But this one, she's like, why am I rushing marriage and kids and all this? She wants to finish school. So like when you encounter a woman like that, especially when you've been dealing with, I don't even have a word for it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. You're like, damn, this is different. Yeah. You don't want to give it one more chance with a Dominican woman? I never say never, guys, but I always tell my ladies and gentlemen on my channel, especially for those of us who are investing in Dominican Republic, first things first, you gotta protect your investments. And with this whole common law shit that goes on here, it scares the shit out of me. Scares me. It really scares me. Knowing what you know, it makes you like, take your time, because you don't want to get yourself caught up into something that you might end up regretting, especially when you done spent all your money and then somebody can just take it all away and say, oh, I want half, Yeah. Okay, my God, wishing you the best with that situation. Be careful. Sunshine Shoulders give the most down to earth view on things like this in the Philippines. Which country? I appreciate you, Straight Python. And I'm not going to be on here too long. I got to enjoy this beach time. It's 3:36, sundown. Sun goes down in a little while, so I got to enjoy this shit. Because before you know it, I'm going to be back in the States and the grind is on. As soon as that plane lands, guys, the grind is on. Which country you like the best, and how do you meet your future wife or girlfriend? I love DR. DR is always gonna have a place in my heart, And before I start, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm 44. I didn't take my first trip out of the United States until I was 36. Okay? My first trip out of the United States was on a cruise. And once I did that, I never stopped, okay? And then after that cruise, I went to TNT, Trinidad and Tobago. And I loved it. I had an amazing time. And, once I started traveling, it just humbled me, It was a humbling experience, and it showed me like, damn, it's a whole world out there, and I just never stopped. And look where it has led. It has led me buying a house in Dominican or building a fucking house in DR. You see what I'm saying, guys? So you just never know where life will take you. But I will say, out of all the countries that I have traveled to, DR in Thailand, man. DR in Thailand, I will say. I love Thailand. I've only been there once, but Thailand just really, it's just something about Thailand, Yeah. What are some of the common laws? Some of the common laws where here or in the Dominican Republic or Thailand? Let me know. I got 21 of y'all on here, guys. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe. For those of you guys who just joining in, I'm here at El Pueblito. Let me give y'all a quick view of El Pueblito here at the beach. And I'm almost done with this Presidente light. This Bohemia is lit. Nice vibes, you know. Here, just chilling dolo. My boy is home at the crib. I'm one of those people, I don't like people dampering my vacation, man. I do what I do, and this is one of the reasons why, in most cases, most times, I like to travel alone, because when you travel alone, guys, there's no stipulations. If somebody say, oh, I don't want to do this, now you gotta kind of be bendable, and this is why I like to be a solo traveler. But straight Python, by the way, Filipino women who are trying to better themselves on their own are usually good prospects. Yes, you ain't never lie on that, bro. You know, the one that I'm talking to, she's a nursing student. You know, like, even though I have no intentions on being in the States she's a nursing student. Once she graduates school, I could bring her to the States, and all she gotta do is take the New York State NCLEX, and she's in there. I can get her a job at my job. You know, and that's this is the thing that I tell a lot of y'all brothers and sisters, you know, because some of us are, I'm gonna be honest, some of us can be gullible, you know, some of us, don't get the attention that we get back home. So it's like when we come to a foreign country and, somebody smiles at us, well, you're like, oh, you looking like, but don't let that, blind you. You know what I'm saying? Because love can be blind, But if you're going to choose somebody that can contribute to what you got going on. And if you are going to choose somebody that cannot, I hope it's somebody that has the ambition, Because that's just important. It's important. It's really important to have somebody that's ambitious that can contribute to your growth, Yeah, so that's what I always say. Choose your mate wisely. Because I got some stories out here, man. I could tell y'all 1,000,001 with some of these expats out here running recklessly. But, sometimes, they don't realize what they done got themselves into until it's too late. Yeah. But with that being said, guys, I got to get in this water. It's 3:40. I appreciate all the love and support, man. For the 16 of y'all who've been rocking with me the whole 67 minutes, I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like, the share, and the subscribe. Stay tuned for the content that I got coming out. And probably put some videos out when I get back home. I'm trying to chill and relax myself. Yeah, so y'all just stay tuned for the content that I got coming up. And yeah, guys, hit that like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be talking to y'all soon. Peace and love always, and I appreciate the love and support, guys. Until next time, y'all be easy.